Achema yangao. Achema yangao. Elego Achema oleno. Achema yangao. Go pata ogane oleno. Achema yangao.
In every generation, you find a few dissenting individuals who stand as beacons of integrity and service. Men who walk their own walk, swim against the tide, non-conforming voices, or what you will call in today's language, men of disruption. This is the story of Dr. Stephen Makoji Achema, a man of principle, compassion, empathy and dedication. Known as an icon, a political colossus and a sage, his life was a testament to the power of trust and honor. A man who has written his name in gold, who has left indelible marks on the sands of time. A man whose life left an exemplar on his people and whose legacy endures long after passing. A man on whose epitaph are words that resonate deeply. Here lies a man that can be trusted. Born in 1947 to Pa Andrew Achema Oyibo and Mama Di from Aija clan in Ida, a family known for its leadership lineage within the Igala kingdom, young Stephen was destined for greatness. From his early education at Native Authority Boarding Primary School in Ofugo to his years at Government College Kefi, his leadership potential was already evident. He became the games captain, nurturing his love for sports and discipline. Later, he pursued veterinary medicine at the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. It was here that Stephen began his journey into public service, joining student politics and ultimately becoming the national president of the Igala Students Association. His time in student leadership foreshadowed his dedication to the cause of the masses. Under his leadership and crusades, the Igala women's taxation system was abolished, a first victory for the people he served.
He was a man that fought for others. He has always been, he was all his life a selfless man. Other people's interests came before him. And Stephen was an outstanding boy. Anywhere there was injustice, Stephen was there to correct it.
In 1978, Dr. Achema joined the Benue State government, working with the Ayigba Agricultural Development Project. As deputy project manager, he oversaw feeder road construction, connecting remote villages like Ejule, Ogodo, Abocho, and many more. His dedication and expertise were legendary.
Well, I saw most profoundly his strength of purpose. And the time he put his mind to do something, he went the full hog to do it. And apart from having that strength of purpose, Stephen had sincerity of purpose. And you could trust him. He was equally willing to listen. What I did not enjoy is that even when he lacked, he will go an extra mile to ask other people to meet his desire to support people. Those were very evident in his life.
By the early 1980s, Dr. Achema turned his attention to politics and development. A passionate patriot, he became the national president of the Ida Divisional Development Association, championing the building of community schools, recreational centers, cinema theaters, and the preservation of Igala culture. Through the Ida Divisional Development Association, he established 13 community secondary schools across the region, bringing education to countless young minds.
If you come to the whole Igala land when we were young and started, every place was almost being turned to school. From virtually every community had their community secondary school. Stephen is very quick to identify talents and identify with it in any area, be it art, be it science. Just like he could see your own work as a press person, and the next thing he will do is give it to any of his contemporaries and say, look through it, comment, and when they say, oh, it's very good, you say, let's identify with him.
A leader who took bold stances, Dr. Achema championed causes that unified the people. He led rallies for Kogi State's creation, and in 1982, he organized the Grand Silver Jubilee of Atai Gala, solidifying his place as a true son of the soil. During Nigeria's transition to democracy in 1987, Dr. Achema answered the people's call, contesting the winning and chairmanship of the old Ida local government under the zero-party system. His tenure was marked by tangible achievements: new roads, healthcare improvements, and infrastructural development. Dr. Achema took pride in employing young graduates and mentoring them, many of whom will become directors and leaders within the local government. His impact was felt beyond local politics.
Stephen is worth remembering. He is not, that is not in him. The real Stephen who wants to share whatever he has with him. He was a good leader, a quality leader, a leader who can give his only shirt for you to have your own shirt and be free. He did a lot of things to us. He helped us. He built us. He made me the supervisor for finance. There are many things he led me to do. And when I come out, I'll come out with light color.
Politics, he was a master of it. You never get tired with the promise he will give you. Whether at the end it works or not, you will never be tired. And because of him, myself and General Shewiyar Adua traveled to Ankwa, where we met the paramount chief. He was well organized. Anytime we were in Ankwa, he would see a number of people that he invited will come for a meeting. So we trusted him very much about this. Dr. Achema was always promoting the question of independence of the minorities in the north, because he thought we were not being treated fairly.
As chairman of local governments in Benue State, he brought unprecedented unity and vision. His people's welfare was his primary concern, and he brought federal ministers like Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti and General Kotangora to witness the potential of Ida. In 1991, Dr. Achema set his sights on the governorship of the newly created Kogi State. He mobilized his supporters and emerged as the candidate to beat. But political machinations and resistance to his radical approach thwarted his bid. Nevertheless, he accepted his loss with grace, recognizing the greater good over personal ambition. He was a founding member of the Middle Belt Forum. He forged alliances beyond Igala land, building relationships with leaders like Chief Solomon Law, Air Commodore Jonah Jang, and Professor Jerry Ghana.
Dr. Stephen was a complete Democrat, a man who will engage the people. He will engage even the leadership in decision making at all times. He was very democratic in all his outings. If there were issues to be discussed, he will always call a leadership meeting. Or if, for instance, it came to times for candidates to emerge for parties, he will throw it open to people from each of those constituencies to decide. He will preside over the meeting quite right, but he will
try to ensure that there is no oppression. He will ensure that there is justice. He will ensure that there is spread. He will ensure that there is fairness. He will ensure that even the person you consider the least amongst the group had equal voice. So he was not given to allowing anyone to unduly take advantage of any member of the group. So as long as the matter came before Dr. Stephen, you could be sure that you will get an equitable resolution of all issues.
The formation of the People's Democratic Party, or PDP, presented an opportunity to unite these aspirations on a national scale. A staunch believer in the unity and development of Nigeria, Achema was a visionary leader. He fought for democracy as a member of the G34 under the leadership of Chief Alex Ekweme. At the outset of democracy in 1999, President Olusegun Obasanjo appointed Dr. Stephen Achema as the senior special assistant to the president on labor matters and professional bodies fulfilling his vision for a democratic Nigeria. In November 1999, barely 3 months into the democratic regime, tragedy struck. Dr. Stephen Makoji Achema lost his life in a car accident on the Jamata Bridge. He had been on a mission to secure a state chairman for the PDP, a strategic move to uplift his people. His sudden passing shook the nation. President Olusegun Obasanjo, paying tribute, remarked on his selflessness and dedication. Thousands gathered for his funeral, mourning a life dedicated to justice and equality.
Everything came to a standstill. Everything came to a standstill. Because that was one man that was passionate about Igala people, Igala land. That was one man who could give anything to make sure that the Igala people got what they deserved. And to die at the height of that war, it was like we were all defeated. I came back home a defeated woman. I lost all hope. And I remember immediately I came to my house. I met my husband lying on the ground. It was a personal loss to us, not just the political side of him. It was a personal loss.
He was a committed, selfless human being who lives his life for all. And all he had was for everybody. I will say that Stephen has no room for injustice. He gives to Caesar that which is Caesar's, and to God which is God. He was a committed humanitarian who sort of picked from one deprived to go and improve the quality and the living of another person at the detriment of his own standard of living.
Dr. Stephen Makoji Achema's role as a father was as remarkable as his public life. A disciplined, devoted, loving father of 7 children, instilling in them the values of integrity, hard work, and service to others. He was more than a father. He was a mentor, a confidant, and a steadfast role model whose legacy continues to inspire them in their own lives. Despite his demanding political commitments, Dr. Achema prioritized his family, ensuring that his children received not only quality education but also guidance rooted in moral principles.
A lot of words can be used to describe him. Enigma, egalitarian, man of the people, developmental activist, I simply call him father, mentor, friend, somebody who meant a lot to us. He loved his people, and he loved community service, social work. He eventually metamorphosed into a political leader who had far-reaching impacts on the lives of so many people, both in his immediate environment and beyond. And I believe the legacy he has left has continued to be talked about much longer after his death.
Dr. Achema left behind a legacy that speaks to every heart in Igala land, Kogi State, the Middle Belt, and the entire country. His influence lives on in the generations he empowered, the leaders he inspired, and the community he served. Known as Alapa, the blacksmith's iron, Dr. Stephen Makoji Achema dared the flames of adversity for his people, standing resilient in his fight for equality and development. Dr. Achema's contributions to his community were countless. As we remember the life of Dr. Stephen Achema, we honor his vision, his courage, and his selfless devotion to a cause greater than himself. His life is a testament to what one man's dedication can achieve, a legacy of unity, hope, and the power of true leadership. Dr. Stephen Makoji Achema, the people's general, may your memory inspire us to continue your work now and always.